Good day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What a time of my life I'm having right now because of this question. It came from an Arsenal fan, very optimistic, and it's just ironic that I'm doing it just after the defeat to West Ham. I watched Arsenal play West Ham last night and they lost 2-0. I'm being asked to give my favorite or the team I'm picking to win the Premier League title. Okay, getting back to serious business now. Doesn't mean Arsenal out of the race. Of course, that would be dumb. We've got 3 contenders this season. We've got Liverpool, Arsenal, and Manchester City. I'll just go through each and every one of them situations, the squad, the expectations, etc. We started with Liverpool. For me, Liverpool are the outsiders in this race. They're leading the Premier League, of course. At the end of the year, they're going to be top on New Year's Day. But I look at Liverpool, they seem to be going through, it's a transitional season for them. You know, they're in this race, but it's actually a transitional season for Liverpool. You look at their midfield at the moment, it's a whole new midfield. Dominic Szoboszlai, new arrival from Leipzig, is done well. There's also Alexis McAllister out of injury at the moment, but he's still betting in a big team in the Premier League. You're very successful at Brighton. You know, when we say successful at Brighton, we mean the way he played and under the expectations of playing for a team like Brighton. Then we've got depth players in there, so like Endo. They've lost Firmino in that attack now. So there's Jota, Darwin Núñez, who still doesn't look like he's as good as we thought he was before coming in. So you see they've got these sort of players which you're not really sure of what you're going to get from them. They're still trying to improve that team. The defense, that's maybe what's going to make a difference for them this season, because these are most of the players that they've had for a very long time. But looking at that defense, they've still got players out like Andy Robertson has been out for quite a while. I don't remember the last time I saw Joel Matip, but yeah, Van Dijk is fit, Alisson is fit, Trent Alexander-Arnold is playing incredibly well and incredibly better as compared to the last season. So they've been dangerous, and they've also got Mo Salah, of course. He's the main man there at Liverpool, and he's continued to show that he is where all the Liverpool hopes are, if they are to keep on driving in this title race and to challenge the likes of Arsenal and Manchester City. Then we go to Arsenal. I think this is everyone's favorite if you're not a Manchester United or Manchester City fan, most probably because you don't want to see City keep winning it. So you're just urging for Arsenal to keep going, keep doing well, and maybe clinch this title, the first title for 20 odd years. Arsenal have looked better in some instances this season as compared to the last season. The team is incredibly strong. I'm just lashing out positives there. It's funny because they just lost last night, but it happens. I just want to look at the overall picture. But I have to touch on a negative for me when it comes to Arsenal. What I think is going to deter them from winning this Premier League title. Their front three for me is not as exciting as people think it is. You've got Gabriel Martinelli there, can do 1 or 2 good things, but across the board, the front three is lacking someone who's prolific in terms of goal scoring. I look at Saka there, incredibly talented kid, but I wouldn't put him down as a goal scorer. He's not that Mo Salah type of player where he's going to beg you 20 goals in this Premier League. It's not going to happen. As good as he is, it's not going to happen. So they're missing a centre forward to be favourites in this race, from my opinion. That's what they're missing. If they had a prolific centre forward, I think Arsenal would be my favourites. This then brings me to my favourites, Manchester City. I know they've been going through a rough patch, but they've stayed in this race. That's what I like most about Manchester City. They're still in this Premier League title race. And they've been missing Kevin De Bruyne. He comes back this January after being out with hamstring injury for so long. If it's healed and it doesn't aggravate it, I'm sure they're just going to carry on and win this Premier League title, because they've been limping a bit without him. Haaland has had 1 or 2 problems as well, but he's still scoring. He's still that prolific forward that Arsenal do not have. So comparing Manchester City with these 2 other challengers, they're the most complete team. They've got everything. You look at Manchester City, look for a weakness there is maybe they do not have a backup for Rodri, but it's going to be available most of the times. So I'm just saying, for me, Manchester City are the favorites. They're going to win this Premier League title. That's my take. If you've got a different opinion, different take, you're welcome to put it in the comment section below, and be in comms with us on our social media platforms, and we just discuss around this topic. But this is my take so far. I'm open to changing, because you know the world of sport is very dynamic. You don't know what's going to happen in 2 weeks, but for now, Manchester City are my favorites. Thank you.